Hello, I am Potefire, the Starfire goddess. This is a Team Outlaw stream, which usually consists of Dead Boy Speedy and Raggedy. How you boys doing tonight?
Doing
Doing
great.
good.
Yeah, are you guys excited for this topic, which is, of course, the worst Teen Titans episode, in our opinion? Now we are all our own people. We all have our own thoughts, and we all kind of. I'm pretty sure we all have different episodes. Um,
Hmm.
So I'm gonna let Raggedy start because if I let Dead Boy Speedy start, there won't be anything else to cover. So Raggedy, what do you think? What do you think is the worst episode, Rags?
My personal opinion is the final episode I believe it was the final episode of the series itself.
Yep.
Uh, Things change.
No,
Um, yeah,
no. Why exactly things change?
because it was just most of the episode stabbing Beast Boy in the heart and twisting it. Because in this episode, he sees a girl who he thinks is Tara, and in the TV show, him and Tara had a relationship. And he goes to her, and this girl just, you know, kind of denies him and doesn't want anything to do with him. And then at the end, it's this horrible where she just kind of fades back into the crowd, and he's left alone to answer a call. It's just horrible how they treat him in this episode.
You don't think it was you don't think the emotional feelings you get from after the episode kind of redeems it, kind of proving
Uh,
that the writing on it, because if it's making you feel that strong emotions.
yeah.
Yeah. It felt like it was an episode that was supposed to break our hearts.
Yeah, I mean, it was, but I still don't
It
like
did
it for
suck
that
that it
reason.
ended that the show ended that way.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a season 6, do you guys think that that episode would still be regarded as one of the worst episodes in the series?
If they did
Mm.
what that comic did with the whole Geo Force showing up and him still just going, let Tara be, then probably yes.
If they had brought her back in some capacity, even not on the team, even as just his friend,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
But
Like, let's say he just started talking with her as a friend, not trying to get her to remember her past history. Even that would have worked, at
yeah,
least to me.
exactly. Yeah,
Right.
it would have been like a silver lining, like a hint that it might have gotten better.
Because she still laughs at his jokes and everything. So
Yeah, I think that episode would be regarded a lot differently if it weren't the ending of the series, because that was the worst kind of ending to leave off of.
hmm
Just because there's no closure. They bring back this beloved character who everybody had thought died, and she's not even the same character. It just ends with more questions, and then the whole
yeah,
series is over. There was no happy ending, and Teen Titans was one of those series that you thought there would be this happy ending. I always thought that Teen Titans would end with Robin transitioning to Nightwing, and then him like leaning over a building and then going Titans go, and then all the Titans follow him. Like that's how I thought Teen Titans would end,
Yeah,
I would have paid to see that.
not the way that they did. And I do think that they were starting to set up Robin transitioning to Nightwing in episodes
mm.
like Revved Up. Speedy, do you agree with Raggedy that Things Change is the worst episode?
I don't agree that it's the worst episode, but it's definitely one that's disappointing in spite of because of everything surrounding it. With that said, to me, I almost want to give a double choice for what I think is the worst episode. It's Every Dog Has Its Day and Employee of the Month, both.
Ooh,
And as much as Raggedy said he felt that things change, twisted Beast Boy's heart, I think these episodes just made a mockery of him because in each of these episodes, it literally revolves around him being the butt of some joke, and not only the butt of the joke, but just the butt monkey of the episode in total. Like in the Every Dog Has His Day, where he's getting neglected by his friends, or he feels neglected, so he ends up trying to get attention and talk to some girls as a dog, try to see if he can get some attentions by disguising himself as a dog. but they don't even want him as a dog. And then he ends up getting abducted by aliens and stuck in the dog form for most of the episode. Then there's Employee of the Month where he gets like infected or something once he gets this job as the only employee in some weird kooky place because he wanted
A
to buy
moped.
like a
Um,
moped and no
with
one helped
with
him.
with Every Dog Has His Day. That episode had the crime of being just, even as a child, I remember watching it and being so bored. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, it
remember
was
watching
boring
it and
too.
going, "Oh my god, why is this a Teen Titans episode?" And
Yeah.
the story does not bother me as much as Employee of the Month. Employee of the Month, it has the oh god, the animation on Employee of the Month is pretty subpar for Teen Titans, and I understand why. They're setting up for the Terror of Trigon arc, which is arguably the best arc in the series, and I'm gonna get hell for that because the Cult of Raven's gonna remind me I said that every chance they get. But I'm gonna have to go with Employee of the Month because there's a lot of I know a lot of people say season 5 is the worst season, and I can understand that, but season 5 still had some good episodes in there. You got
It had a
Go,
lot of awesome stuff.
you had Doom Patrol, you got to see Kid Flash. I
Yeah.
mean, that one definitely. I don't think with season 5 they were expecting to be cut off like that. I do think that they were planning a season 6. I
And
don't
on
I don't think that While Things Change is definitely one of those episodes that I skip every time I rewatch Teen Titans because it upsets me every time I watch it. Every time I've seen it, I just get so sad because to end a show like Teen Titans like that was definitely the worst thing they could have done.
hmm
Oh, and I
Now,
guess
I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Do they actually confirm that that is Terra, or do they leave it hanging?
that is Terra in the Teen Titans Go comics from that era.
Yeah.
That is Terra.
Okay,
Yes,
so they confirm it in the comics. Okay.
yes.
and there's
Uh,
a subtle implication that she might be lying when she says she doesn't remember anything.
Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember. It's been a while. I need to go back and force
yeah.
myself to watch it.
But with Employee of the Month, it starts off and just everything in that story is completely random. Like you can tell that it was just somebody got high when they wrote the episode because it starts off with the Titans, Robin and Starfire pretending to be farmers. Cyborg is in a freaking cow, a robot cow, but they call it the side cow. And everything in that episode, like
Him wanting the moped, out of nowhere, the
well,
lifelong dream, and
I mean, him having the moped didn't really bother me as much, but the villain was pretty weak. I mean, he was just a slab of tofu or new food. Um,
Yeah.
but like, it wasn't very exciting because it left a lot of like questions for me. Beast Boy gets a job and he can't do his superhero stuff. The
yeah.
Titans eat the new food, or Cyborg does, and I just every time I watch that one, like I will say that one's at least entertaining. Every Dog Has Its Day is boring as hell to watch.
Yeah.
But at least Employee of the Month is fun to watch, even if you're sitting there confused the whole time. I'm gonna have to go Employee of the Month because as much as I dislike the emotional feelings I get from Things Changed, I will give it credit. At least I felt something other than what on God's green earth is this show showing me. And Teen Titans, it's okay if Teen Titans has bad episodes. Every series has bad episodes. Avatar The Last Airbender has one of the worst episodes I've ever watched. And
Oh.
it's a generally an amazing show. You just have to
Yeah,
have
the
bad
season 3
episodes
filler.
sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, that one when they're trying to settle the dispute. But no, at least with Teen Titans Go, the worst it gets is Employee of the Month, and even then, it's a tolerable episode. You never have an episode of Teen Titans where you go, okay,
Yeah,
I
because even that episode where like the little filler episode where Robin was away and they were all like dressing in Robin's costumes because they liked his outfit. Even that had me laughing.
okay, so let's introduce the chat real quick before we move on to just talking about stuff we like. Booster Kiwi says worst episode of that the worst episode is the one that doesn't have Booster Gold. Lady Celtic Moon it posted her Discord link and she is still working on it. So yeah, definitely go hang in there, guys, so you can bother her because she's gonna be a lot of fun to mess with. Christian Johnston, he is hello friend. You are a new person in this chat. I'm super excited to have you here. And he said, "Oh yeah, that one was a cliffhanger. The worst episode were the Starfire episodes from you guessed it, Joshua Hughes. Ivan Von Scriver or fake EVS's best mod is as always. Gamer says, "How has Pope Fire still not changed her smoke alarm?" I can't even find it. Like that's the problem. I'm so used to it that I don't even know which one of them is going off. Charlie says howdy. Raggedy says hi all. Raggedy's in the chat. Pope Fire smoke alarm goes beep. Thank you, Cult of Raven, for always memeing me. Cult of Raven now has a YouTube chat. And now there's a whole bunch of Hell Ravens and weird faces. And then Tristan is going he he he. Yeah, so you guys have seen the Donna Troy costume, right?
Yes.
Raggedy pointed something out for me that I could not unsee.
What was that?
Would you like to talk about it, Raggedy?
Put it up. I want to see what Speedy notices.
Hold
or
on,
if you can't put it up, here, I can put it up real fast.
I don't know why Titans hates me. Like, here's the problem, though. The actress for Donna Troy is not unattractive. Like, she looks like Donna Troy.
Yeah, and I mean, she's a good actress, too.
Well, Donna Troy is not... Donna Troy is not freaking hard to write. This is... I'm hoping that this is just a concept for it. But from what I've seen, this is the costume, or this is what the costume is based around. No,
they've tried to. They've taken a very simple costume and overcomplicated the crap.
It. Yes. Yeah. Do you notice the position of the stars, though?
Yeah.
Are the stars conveniently on her boobs?
Yeah, further down.
And then there's the stars next to her ribs or whatever the hell. Okay, this phone is letting me down.
It's literally it's circling her lady parts.
Oh, the crotch stars. Yes.
I guess let's hope they don't have Terry Long here because that's a freaking landing pad. That is literally a landing pad saying "Enter here, please."
It reminds me of the old Warner Brothers cartoons when a character would get hit and they would have the stars circling their heads. Someone's been beating her crotch, and I want to know who.
Beating her crotch.
Oh, God. Yeah, I don't get how they can take a costume that is that simple, because Donna Troy is known for simple costumes and overcomplicating it. That's Titans for you. They simplify everything else, but then they'll overcomplicate something that's so simple. How do you do that? How do you do that, DC? I want to know. I want to know the mindset, please. No, okay, that's another problem. This looks like a Casey costume. This does not freaking look like a Donna Troy costume.
I just googled the original, when she went with that style costume. The stars went up the sides and across her boobs. That's it. There was nothing around the front.
Is this supposed to be a New 52 inspired Donna costume?
Donna wasn't in New 52. She was specifically not put in New 52. Donna Troy had the easiest freaking costume to freaking draw. I do not understand why this would be so hard to translate into. This should have been the easy, especially because Titans doesn't have the budget to let Starfire fly. well, now we know where the budget's going into. They're overcomplicating the simplest of shit. Like, okay, Raggedy said it best when we were talking earlier today. That is Titans Donna Troy costume is a freaking Party City outfit. It literally look like they got
Yeah.
everything from Party City. That is so freaking simple. All you had to do was buy a red freaking jumpsuit and then buy some freaking black boots. You didn't even have to put the freaking stars on it. People would have been better off to not have the stars on it. They would have been like, okay, fine, whatever. You guys couldn't put the stars. Fine, okay. You guys, because you guys are freaking idiots and don't understand anything about these characters, you overcomplicate the easiest freaking Titans costume.
Yeah,
The
and I
only thing
mean,
that's easier is Raven, and you couldn't get that right either.
Here's the thing about Donna's that costume. That is not even a costume. That was what women were wearing to discos back in the 70s.
yeah, it looks like the Michael Jackson jacket.
If you look at Staying Alive and what the women wear in that movie, that's what they're wearing. So it's easy to do because you can get those costumes, those outfits still. You just had to add some
And
stars. That's all you gotta do.
unimaginative hacks.
Yeah.
Like,
And her necklace. I don't get why is
I
it bright
mean,
green?
all I'm gonna say is, don't be surprised if she busts out the Thriller dance in this season, because that looks like something she'd wear in a Michael Jackson '80s video.
Oh my god, that really is the costume. Wow, I didn't even. I guess you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
But okay, so you got Garth looking like a little Aquaman Jr. They took out of all the characters, it would have made sense to race bend. They made Garth a blonde hair, blue eyed character. His whole backstory is about him being rejected by the Atlanteans for having purple eyes.
I'm actually shocked we're not hearing anything from that because that costume looks like the Young Justice Aqualad costume,
Yeah,
who is black, and they put a white guy in it. I'm shocked that we're not hearing anything.
I don't understand. Out of all the characters that would have made sense to race bend,
Yeah.
why do it? Why make the one character that's backstory is covered with racism because he was rejected from his own people for having purple eyes?
Yeah.
Which technically you could consider racist because it's a trait he cannot control. It's part of his body. He can't control it.
Yeah, it's the same as Arthur was rejected because he had blonde hair.
Yeah. And what do? They turn him into a blonde hair, blue eyed. No, that I just don't get it. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at his. I've only seen the facial hair, but then they got Orange Deadshot too. This show just hates me. I'm convinced that's what's going on. Is this show looks at me and they watch my channel and they're thinking, how can we piss off Starfire today? And they find new things. They do. And if you like Titans, that's fine. I'm actually happy for you because God knows I can't find anything redeemable in it. Why does this show hate me? Why does it go out of its way to take the lore of the characters, and why take that away? Why rip that away from the characters and leave them as an empty shell? I
Yeah.
don't
Especially when you
get it.
lie through your teeth and say that you've read the that you were trying to
Well,
pay homage to Wolfman's books.
especially when you tell that to the fans that, oh, we love these characters, we really put a lot of research into it, and then you admit yourself that the characters that you are writing, you've taken inspiration from everything but the comic books.
Well,
They admitted that the problem that the reason why Starfire doesn't feel like Starfire is because she's based off of movies they liked instead of the actual character, in the comics.
I've said it before. It should have been an easy win for them because the storyline they went with is basically the same storyline as Firefly. And
Right.
Firefly is a beloved property. Following a formula like that, it should have been easy for them to knock it out of the park. But they went through and they made changes. And anytime you make
needless changes,
exactly,
they made some of the most arbitrary of changes.
You turn Dick into Jason. You screw up Starfire.
You turn Beast Boy into Jason.
Yeah.
You turn Raven into, I don't know.
No, the problem with Raven is that she's not. She feels more like cartoon Starfire than she does comic Raven.
Yeah. And then they've tried so hard to make her like a prototypical emo instead of someone who has to struggle to keep her emotions in check.
Yeah, I don't get it. What did Titans fans do to DC? What did the Teen Titans fandom do to DC that has made them constantly and consistently piss on their fan base and tell their fan base they do not like them? I am curious if you guys know what Teen Titans fans did to DC. Please let me know so I can cover this and I can apologize for the fandom because I am so done because it actively feels like they are doing this just to piss on their fans. It does not seem like there's any love to the Titans, and it definitely doesn't feel like there's any respect towards Titans fans. And I don't know if Dan Dildo was there and they're only taking scripts that he's jerked off onto, but I don't know what it is.
Because yeah, it almost seems spiteful
It
the way
does.
that they've like written the Titans to deliberately not be like their characters in any way, in any form or any iteration,
I mean, even
or
look
if
at
not
Deathstroke. Even look at Deathstroke. He looks like an orange Deadshot. That
Discount
these
Deadshot.
there are some characters that should have been really easy to transition into the live action show, and they have deliberately made it to where they are overcomplicated designs and look like other characters.
Yeah, because I mean, how do you let Arrow do a better Deathstroke than you? How do you let
Hmm.
Arrow of all shows do a better Deathstroke when you're adapting the franchise Deathstroke came from?
Joe
That to me is
Manganiello's Deathstroke was better in the 10 seconds he appeared in Justice League.
easily, easily.
See, they should have had him. They should be building a shared universe between their shows and the movies, but
But
they're
that would
not.
mean they'd
Oh
actually
hell
have to.
no.
Okay, that would mean they'd actually have to have somebody working to make sure that the stuff actually makes sense.
Well,
Because
they need to
DC
because
wouldn't be consistent. DC can't be
Marvel's
consistent
making
with it.
Marvel's making billions doing that. They need a who's the guy? What's the guy that oversees
Kevin
Feige? Yeah,
Feige, I
Kevin
think. Yeah.
Feige. He's they need a Kevin Feige to rein it
And
all
right
in.
now they've managed to like mitigate
Alright.
themselves because they're going into the solo self-contained film direction, quote unquote.
Yeah.
No,
But
okay. Yvonne said Teen Titans fans rejected Teen Titans Go, so DC rejected Teen Titans fans. Actually, Teen Titans Go brings in money. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. Teen Titans Go does sell. It's one of the only TV shows that still sells toys. Dead Punk Gage says looks more like Deadshot than Suicide Squad Dead. I was just thinking that. I was like, the Deathstroke in Titans looks like a more comic accurate Deadshot than the movie version of Deadshot. It's like, well, you got it right, just for the wrong character. Yeah, Marvel is on the downslope, especially with their recent announcements. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Marvel seems to have the advantage, and they've completely convinced fans that anything to do with superheroes that isn't Marvel is trash. And I can confirm this because every time I talk positively about DC on certain comic groups or any group that features superheroes, I get kind of dogpiled by people telling me that Marvel is
oh,
better. Even if I don't even mention Marvel, I'm just like, yeah, I really like Starfire from DC. Starfire's a B-list character. Marvel is better, and they should buy Batman. Actual response I got was that Marvel should buy Batman
Yeah.
because DC
oh,
is
I
trash.
stomped that idiot out that day. I stomped them out
But that
because
was a very interesting conversation.
he was claiming that DC was jumping onto every trend of the everyone knows what trend I'm talking about.
Yeah,
And when I
jumping
pointed out,
on every trend that Marvel was paving the way to. I love it.
yeah, yeah. And when I pointed it out, he was like trying to make excuses. It was the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to be a DC fan because Marvel does put out better movies, better content.
Eh,
While it's not always the best, you can tell that they do hire people that have love and respect for these characters. With
I will say this
DC,
year though,
they have Dan
Marvel
Dildo.
got their ass kicked. I'll say this year Marvel got their ass kicked,
Not
and
in
here's what.
not in movie ticket sales though.
Unfortunately, though, I will say Aquaman sold pretty good,
Yeah, because guess what happened? DC put people in charge of Aquaman that like Aquaman.
and
Mm.
Shazam was easily better than the Brie Larson fest. That was
Because
Captain
they
Marvel.
hired people that like the characters. When you put
Hmm.
fans on stuff, fans will make a love letter to these characters. Now you don't want to get a fanatic, but you do want to get somebody that likes the characters, or at least
Yeah,
will put time in researching the characters.
yeah. I'm sure you
When
shudder at the thought of Devin Grayson writing a Teen Titans movie.
honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if she had her grubby little fingers all over Titans. I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't be shocked because this screams Devin. The way Starfire is handled, yeah, Devin Grayson, totally, definitely Devin Grayson. Starfire. She's angry. She kills people for no reason, and she constantly wants to hurt people. That sounds like Devin Grayson Starfire.
Oh
But Starfire was like that way at the comics. No, she wasn't.
no, no,
Even New 52 Starfire had some common sense, some
yeah.
some ability to be able to talk to
Because
people.
when I first read that description of Starfire in the series, at first I wanted to be charitable and think, are they referring to the fact that Starfire, even though she's generally a very nice, kind person, when she gets in the battle, she can get she'll come for blood, so to speak.
No, you want to
I
know
was
the line that made me realize they had no interest in Starfire?
which
The,
What's
part?
that?
when Dick and Corey are telling Raven she cannot leave, and Raven looks at Starfire, and Starfire says, "You know, I hate to admit this, but because I would never want to admit to him, but he's right." That is something Starfire has always been in every incarnation. Even when Dick does the stupidest stuff, she is always in his corner.
Yep.
That
She'll
is
tell
one of her.
him that he's wrong, but
She'll
yeah,
tell
she'll
him that he's wrong, but she's always in his corner, especially
Yeah.
when the other Titans are getting onto Dick. Starfire will usually be the only one that stands up for him. That
Mhm.
is the moment I realized Titans had no fucking care about Starfire.
Mhm. But
Because even
honestly, it was when I saw the first trailer, I was like, yeah, no, this ain't Starfire.
yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff led up to it, but that was the moment I realized these people have no respect for this character.
Yeah.
These people, and this was coming right off the bat of Starfire stopping Dick from beating up a father in front of his kid, because that seems a lot. That sounds more like Starfire to me, because
Mhm.
Dick did get in those moments where he'd lose control, and Starfire would come in and be like, "Okay, calm down a bit. Like you need to stop." Like that was a very Starfire moment, and I was actually thinking, okay, it looks like they're gonna take Starfire more. Maybe she's waking up a little bit more and she's becoming aware and realizing her past. And then in like I believe it's like the next two episodes, that's when she says that line, and that's when I realized they didn't like this character. The only reason that Starfire was good in the Doom Patrol episode is because Mark Wolfman wrote her.
Yeah. And then what was really insulting to me was changing the entire Tamaran lore. Because they made it to where the prophecy, they're supposed to kill Trigon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do it. You can have Starfire come to Earth without having Raven there. They did it in the original series. They did it in the cartoon series. You don't need to have it connected that Starfire was here to stop Raven. You can have it to where Starfire was here because guess what? She has a traumatic past.
She's hiding
Exactly.
out. Her
she's
sister's looking for her.
she's
This.
trying to not get killed and raped again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, everything's gonna be about Raven.
This is so stupid. Basically, Raven should have just been the person who got everyone together.
Like
But
she did in
other,
the original series. But that's the thing. She should be the person that gets them together. But Starfire doesn't need to come to Earth because of
yeah,
Raven.
yeah, their personalities and their arcs should
Yeah.
be independent of Raven.
That makes it actually that it's almost like they're ripping off the Phoenix, the Dark Phoenix story from X-Men,
It does.
because the Shi'ar came to Earth to stop Phoenix.
Because why would you want to take from Teen Titans? It's
Yeah.
not like your show is named Titans and has the same. Oh wait. All right, guys. I'm so sorry for kind of going into left field and kind of turning it into a Titans rant. We are gonna say, what did we agree on? Things change is definitely a depressing episode, but my vote is for Employee of the Month. Let's
Same.
see, chat. What do you guys think is the worst Teen Titans episode? Cult of Raven. I mean, yeah, Raven is the focal point of the Titans universe. Raven is the vocal point of the Titans universe, but to an extent. You should not have it to where every single Titan came together because of Raven. In the original books, while most of the Titans came together because of Raven, Starfire was the wild card, and that's kind of what made her a little bit more stand out a little bit more than the other Titans, because while Raven had pulled together all these other teens that had superpowers, Starfire just sort of landed on Earth and kind of pushed the story forward.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, to say that Starfire is here to stop Raven, it's a major disservice to her character and her story as it is.
Yeah. Now, of course, Raven knew that she was going to end up being on her side, hence why Robin got that dream. And
Yeah.
DC Presents issue 0.
I mean, it wouldn't bother me if Starfire came to Earth to stop Raven, but I still want it to be because her sister is trying to kill her, and she just happens to, come onto Earth and find Raven, who she had been having dreams about, instead of, she's there because she's supposed to kill Raven. Because I'm sorry, but I mean, I know Myender and Luander are fucking idiots. But why would you send your heir to the throne to kill a demon that you know is going to destroy your planet? Why? I mean, I know that they're idiots because these are the same people that instead of fighting would just throw their daughter at the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get it. They're stupid. I'm the first one to admit that Starfire's parents are freaking idiotic. A lot of the times, because at least her mama didn't sleep with a demon, she just slept with a pussy. All right, so the chat is saying any episode with Mad Mod or Control Freak.
I agree that Mad Mod episode where he changes, I think it's a school or something, into a.
That episode was gold. Don't even.
I don't like, and this is a personal opinion. I don't like altered reality stuff, like the Mother May I episode where it gets turned into a gingerbread house.
I like that one. I mean, at least with the British one, there's like this lesson about the 4th of July and being American.
Yeah. I think that was a cool way to use Malcolm McDowell as a voice actor.
Yeah. The Cult of Without Darkness, blah blah blah. Mad Mod is pretty bad. Sometimes your dad is a jerk. It can't be helped. Somebody said Dead Punk said that he's gonna have to go with Somebody said the dog episode. I don't know where it went.
Every dog has its day.
Yeah.
No. Somebody said the dog episode, but it was not in the. Oh, the dog one is the worst one. Yvonne said that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go I'm gonna have to go with Employee of the Month. Every dog of the day is boring, and it's definitely one that you can snooze through. But Employee of the Month, there's just so many plot holes in it. Like, I'm sorry, but the Titans disguise themselves as farmers and cows to stop somebody that's kidnapping cows and turning them into tofu. That's that. I mean, I know what the episode was a reference to. It was a major homage to Fooly Cooley, which is what the animation is inspired from. But holy heck, was it just a weird episode that made me scratch my head?
I so hope that is a story from the upcoming season 2 of Titans. I want to see a live action version of them disguising themselves as cows.
Knowing Titans, they probably would. All right, guys. Speedy, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and what did you think of that episode? I think it was where like the Titans got turned into like many little people by that quote unquote grandma who was feeding them pies and stuff.
Mother May I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like I like some of the scenes in that. I thought that one was kind of cute. That
Yeah.
one was originally supposed to be a musical.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
That would have
Uh,
been funny.
yeah, we'll talk the best episode tomorrow, guys. So tune in for
All
that.
right.
Hmm.
You guys have a fantastic night, and please hit like and share this out so we can get some more subs because I want to hit 500. Hopefully by the end of the month. I may be aiming a little too high, but we're getting closer every day. Thank you
Hmm.
guys so much, and you guys have a fantastic day. Oh, wait. One more thing. Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go was shown at San Diego Comic Con. The reviews are saying it's pretty positive. There's not a lot of plot points that have been given yet, except that there is a shoot ton of Titans in there from all types of multiverses, and I am super excited. I really hope the Teen Titans versus Justice League / Judas Contrast cast is in there. I'm not holding my hopes too high though, because I'd love to see Carrie Walgreen and Heaton in the same movie. Kind of talking to each other. Batman Hush came out Saturday. The digital is out today. I have not got it yet. I have not heard if there is a Starfire cameo in it. I am holding my breath for it. You guys have a fantastic night, and we'll see you guys all tomorrow.